Episode 6 Duck and Duck.
Duck is very proud of being Great Western. He talks endlessly about it. But he works hard too and makes everything go like clockwork. It was a splendid day. Are you going to improve the lighting? No? Alright then, I better get ready to work.
George Carlin, what are you doing here? I, Mark Morgan, am supposed to be the narrator.
Oh, forget that. I was always a better narrator than you, Mark.
But you're supposed to be dead. If you don't go back to your grave, I'll have to call Ghostbusters on you.
Oh, please, this is 1977. The Ghostbusters aren't supposed to exist yet.
Oh, really? Well, then how do you explain them coming up in their car right now?
Where's George Carlin? Ah, fine. I'll go back to my grave, but this isn't over yet, Mark. I will return.
After George Carlin was sent back to the dead, the lighting got worse as Duck was pulling a goods train. But then he had to stop at a red signal. As he stopped at the signal, another engine that looked exactly like him stopped next to him and his goods train.
Who are you? I'm Montague. But that was my name. Or at least it was until, I changed it to Duck. Duck, I'm your twin from the mainland. I came here from the Great Western Railway just to visit you. Well, I didn't know I had a twin. But then, an idea came to Duck's mind. You know, I think it would be fun to have a twin here. Come on, I'll show you all the other engines on the island of Sodor.
And so, Duck left as the signal dropped, showing that the line was clear. Oliver and Toad were waiting for Duck to arrive with the goods train. They were very surprised to see Duck stop with another engine that looked exactly like him.
Oliver and Toad, I'd like you to meet my twin, Montague.
Look, Mr. Oliver, there's another Great Western engine that looks exactly like Duck.
Toad? What's the matter with your voice?
What's the matter with yours, Mr. Oliver? You sound like a New Yorker.
Guys, my twin Montague, what do you think of him? Pleasure to meet you, Montague.
Same here, Mr. Montague.
The Fat Controller arrived in an Aston Martin DB5. He was facing the camera as he spoke to Duck.
Well, I knew this day would arrive. Duck, I'm sorry to tell you this, but your twin Montague needs to go back to the mainland. Why? Because we already have a tank engine that looks just like you. We don't need another one. Hey, I don't look anything like Duck. Sure, we're from the same railway and all, but we're two different types of tank engines. Sorry, Oliver. And sorry to you too, Duck, for Montague has to go back to the mainland. Well, if that's the way you want it, I'm okay with that. So long, Duck. So long, Montague.
After leaning on his back wheels, Montague left to head back to the mainland.
Now that that's out of the way, I have to go play golf. Oh, not this again. Hey, wait a minute, sir. Since when did you start playing golf? Just now.
And with that, the Fat Controller climbed back into his Aston Martin DB5 and drove away from the engines. Duck still wishes that Montague could stay on the island of Sodor with him. But he knows that Montague has to stay on the mainland. The end.